Hey, this is Kristen, and we are going to be talking about schools that do not use the Common App. The biggest set of schools that do not use the Common App is the UC system, the University of California system. They are the biggest system in the nation, and they have their own portal for all of their schools that you will apply to if you're looking at attending anything like UC Berkeley, UCLA, UC San Diego. You're going to go through their portal. So applying as a freshman, they have their own deadline. This is an interesting way that they do this. The deadline for everyone is between November 1st and November 30th. And you can apply, when you fill this out, you can apply to all the schools at once, which is really nice. They have their application. You can just take a look at it. They have all kinds of information about you, your campuses, your majors. And then the personal insight, they have personal insight questions for you to answer. And you can go through and take a look at those, respond to any 4 of the 8. But this is, if you want to access any of the California schools, this is how you get there. So here you can see the different campuses that are included in the UC application. So quite a few, very exciting. So here I have pulled up UNC Charlotte, and they are similar to a lot of other state schools. UNC Charlotte is going to crunch numbers. You can apply through multiple portals. So you can go through the Common App, you can go through other things, or you can just go through their application. Their application is the easiest because you don't have to, there's no essays attached to it. They have your profile. They want to make sure you read everything. Then just information about you, your profile as a student, the high school you went to, your GPA, test scores, things like that. Then other general information. What are you planning on studying? And they have student information here, and then their characteristics. So, and then you can submit. So this is a very easy, straightforward application. Won't take you very long to fill out. A lot of times I have my clients, if they're nervous about the application process and feel like they may not get into a lot of schools, I'll have them apply to their safety or a likely school early on. And a lot of times it will be an application like this because I don't want there to be a lot of stress involved. You just fill out the information and then you send it in. So that's another one that you don't have to go through the Common App to do. You can just go straight to the school website, fill it out, and you're done. So very nice. And again, most states have something along these lines. Then we have Georgetown, and I bring this up because Georgetown for a lot of school counselors is just a real challenge because they beat to their own drum on everything. It's not just the application that isn't Common App, it's their forms that you fill out that aren't Common App, and that can also be a real challenge because you have to fill out something very specific for them. And they have a very interesting way of doing it. They have a general information type of a thing, and you fill out a form, which should only take you a few minutes, and that will allow you to do some things. They're going to initiate an alumni interview. Then you'll get your application supplement. So they have a whole process, which clearly works well. They're a very sought after school. It works well for them, but it's not necessarily, in my opinion, the most user-friendly system. But they are also another one that doesn't work on the Common App. So another system that you can check out. And then finally, let's talk about Coalition. So the Coalition application is it's the second largest player. So if Common App is the first biggest player, Coalition is the second biggest player. And you can see all these schools accept Coalition applications. So as you develop your list of colleges, if you find that more of your schools are on the Coalition application than the Common App application, it might be worth your while to just do the Coalition. That rarely happens, but it does happen in some ways. And so you'll see they have a little bit different way of doing things. You'll notice they have a locker where you can store stuff. Nobody will see it unless you give them access. You can invite your counselor, teacher, parents, and more. You build your college list, and then you have your profile. Profile is very similar to the Common App. And then they have their own essays. Now, their essays are, again, similar to the Common App, but totally different. They have my favorite one, which is submit an essay on a topic of your choice. What is the hardest part of being a student now? If you're going to apply using both the Coalition and the Common App applications, be sure you tweak your essays to reflect addressing the prompt. You always have to address the prompt in the essay. So those are some examples of colleges that do not use the Common App. And tons of students are applying to these institutions. So don't be afraid of them. Just know that they're coming up. It's going to be the same information that the Common App wants with a little tweak here and there.